All right, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to use her in Madden 22. This is gonna be like a basic template that you can follow, and then as you get used to it, if you wanna come off the D-line and be a user in the backfield, I'm gonna give you guys a template to follow for a beginner. Now, before we get into it, man, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, become a member of the Wolf Pack. The defensive scheme that I use to compete in the top 10 is out right now in the member section, as well as the trade wide flex scheme. I'm gonna drop other schemes that I don't really use anymore, but they're still good. It's just I don't use them because I'm more the trade wide flex guy. However, I will drop other ebooks from around the community, from other people, break them down for you guys so you guys can know how to run them and maybe add my own little twist to them. So stay tuned for that. Members, I appreciate all the love and support. And I'm gonna show you guys a template that you can follow, especially if you're a D-line user. If you're more of an advanced user like me where we can jump routes, you may not be thinking of this in your mind. So just check this out. Okay, now we're gonna be in the 3-3-5, which is the multiple defense playbook. And this is what I get for playing going back to current gen, but the substitutions are a little bit different. We wanna go ahead and take Queen out, and our user is gonna be Stevens. He's 91 speed, Queen's at 89. So what I would do is I would literally take Stevens out of this formation, and then I would put Queen on this side. And then over here, I would take out Harrison, and I would put maybe Stone in this position. And then I would make sure that Campbell's in there, Williams. Then I would take him and put Houston in there, right? And this is what I would be rocking with. Maybe put Westry in this position because he's the fastest cornerback. In case I need to send some pressure, he's fast. So this would be my personnel, and Stevens would be my user. Now we're just gonna talk about cover 3 Skydrop. Now I was gonna do random trade wide flex, but for some odd reason, they just wanna pick inside zone and screen all the time. So let's just pick PA cross shot from this one right now. Okay. So to be a user in Madden 22, there's different ways that you can approach this. The first is you want to pick up one route and just stick with it. If you're just trying to learn to be a user, you just pick up one route and stick with it no matter where it goes. So the way it would work is you would find a route. If the tight end is the route you want, you have to jet for him. However, remember that your assignment is the middle of the field. So if anything from the left comes over the middle of the field, you're kind of cooked. Now, if we run the play stock, we got curl flats out there. Now, mind you, coaching adjustments are a big key, but since I'm on next gen, man, I probably should have just used current gen to show this. But if you're on next gen, you're not really gonna wanna use curl flats. You're gonna be wanting to use cloud flats set to 20. However, you can do it whichever way you want. Okay, so this is gonna be over the top protection. I'm gonna press wire triangle to shade over the top. That's going to tell my hook curls and my curl flats to all play back, which means I am responsible for middle and underneath. So what I'm looking for as soon as he snaps the ball is any underneath routes. If I don't find nothing, I go back to the middle and up the field. Okay, so if we're shading over the top, this is the concept. We're looking underneath with our user first. So as soon as he snaps the ball, I'm gonna go ahead and look underneath, nothing, boom, jet to the top, try to find something. He's not gonna have that, but he actually threw that and he completed that. Okay, insane. I should have stuck with that. I thought he was gonna throw it away, but that is a mistake that I make. I always give on plays that look dead. That's just my fault. So what you wanna do to combat that, shade over the top, put contains out there, and then blitz yourself because it makes your user faster. I know it did in current gen. I really don't know if it works in next gen. It's just I'm so used to doing it. I put myself on a blitz with my user, and make sure you're using your fastest safety that you possibly can. Watch low, nothing low. I come back up to the top, and then I gotta follow this guy, okay? Because for some odd reason, he's gonna wanna throw that. So you see what's happening. Now let's assume that we are shading over the top, right? And then it's not crosses, they're playing dagger. Remember, this is the template, is the idea. If we shade over the top and our pass coverage is all behind us, who's gonna cover underneath? That's where you come in. The first route that you see go underneath, you chase it down, okay? So right here, they snap the ball. First route I see is the tight end. I'm going with the tight end. And I'm gonna undercut the tight end, okay? I'm gonna undercut him, so if he does throw it, maybe I can get an angle for the pick. I'm trying to cut off the line from the quarterback to the tight end shade underneath. Now, if he's running dagger, let me reset the play. We're shading over the top. Remember, underneath is open. Now what we can do is we can actually, you saw how he went to the running back? We can QB contain and man up the running back, and then our user will take the first underneath route we see besides the running back. Boom, tight end. He's got nobody, and he's got to run with the ball. So you see what I'm saying with our users, what we're doing? Now let's assume I shade over the top and I'm just a user and I don't know what's going on, right? And I'm just playing the game. Okay, I'm just playing the game. I don't know what's going on. I'm just usering. Boom. I'm just gonna watch back here. What's going on? What's going on? Tight end. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to shade over the top and play the backfield to leverage everything to yourself, you're going to shade over the top, pass, commit, contain. If he looks like he's using his running back a lot, man him up. And then, like I said, first underneath route is going to be yours. Now remember, the tight end, if he goes on a seam route, that's where he cooks you. So you may have to do tight end, you may have to do running back, you may have to just stay with hook curls and let the running back go. This is a chess match, but we're trying to leverage everything to ourselves. So we shade over the top, everything over the top we don't worry about, we're gonna worry about underneath. First route, boom, tight end. I'm gonna cut his line off to the tight end. He's got his running back. Like I said, everything underneath is gonna be open. There's 2 routes underneath, so you can shade over the top. Okay, and you can even man up one of the linemen to him, which is a linebacker. Okay, so there's a linebacker. We shade over the top. We use the linebacker. Now we only got a 2-man rush, but it is what it is, man. Okay, it is what it is. Coming underneath, boom. He's got more time to throw it. That's not. You stay with the tight end, bro. Okay, don't be the hero. Don't be the hero. Now the reason he's got a lot of times we're only rushing 2 in next gen Madden 22. You can't really rush 2. So I'm just giving you guys the idea. You want to rush 3 and you want to spread the D-line and contain them, okay? Spread the D-line, contain them, shade over the top, and then follow whatever's underneath. You can man up the running back. If it looks like he's going to be running that play again, you can man up the running back. And then what you do with your user is you follow underneath routes. Any underneath route that you see is what you take with your user, and that's how he goes. Now, you see it's over the top. Some routes get open. This is the chess match you play. So what we can do next is, this is actually pretty good. This takes us to the next portion. What do we want to shade underneath? Well, once you shade underneath, remember your hook curls will play low. This hook curl will play low. Your cloud flats will play hard flats. They'll play low. So what are you responsible for now? You're going to be responsible for anything over the middle, like that in route. So remember the hook curl should be right next to the running back with the zone set low. Now we can sit up a little bit higher with our user, watch a route. Here comes another in route. We wait for him. Boom. You want to stay in your, zone. Okay. Now remember, I don't worry about crossing routes because in my coaching adjustments, I'm going to go down, then up, play cloud flats and set my cloud flats to 20. So if I do that and I set my cloud flats to 20, we are back to underneath routes with our user. Okay. Cloud flats set to 20. We're underneath with our user. However, if we come underneath without like adjustments, we just play hardcore hard flats. Our assignment becomes middle, left side of the field, and you want to just not really jump routes, but you want to wait for routes to cross your path. All right. Now you could try to hit the crossing routes, stay with the crossing route, but remember this is a setup that I use. I'll run a crosser with an in route to make the user pick and choose. So the way we would counter that is we would actually man up X and then follow the crossing route. This is how I would play it. You don't have to play it this way. You can play it however you want. Boom. And then I would just stick with the crossing route, but that guy's manned up. Now, like I said, man defense is kind of chalk, right? So be careful. So just stay underneath. You can even man up. You can man up the crossing routes, see if he'll stay with him, which is probably not going to happen, bro. You know what I mean? So we shade underneath. We're going to sit high with our user now. Boom. Like this, sit high. Here comes in route. He's going over the top. And we get our pick. You see what I'm saying? Like we're gonna take routes away. The AI can't even figure it out because we're actually out there and the AI dots you. You guys know that. And this is Aaron Rodgers, the CPU Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna dot you. You know what I mean? So you can man up the crossing route. You can shade inside on the crossing route. Come back, blitz yourself, QB contain. And since you're gonna sit low with all your zones, then you sit back here and wait for a pass to come in the middle. Now, obviously, this is gonna be like, boom. That in route, see, that's where it comes into play, where you got to wait for that in route. It's probably because I shaded it inside. Same thing. Man up the crosser. Stone's pretty fast, so he should be able to keep up with Adams. We sit back here. Boom. Now we wait. He goes back over the top. We should get a pick right here. Actually, we didn't get a pick, but you guys get the idea. Now, if you're a beginner coming out, right, what I want you to do is just play cloud flats. All right, and I want you to pick and user the first route that you see with your fastest safety, no matter if he dots you up, and always make it a different route that you pick up. Never pick up the same guy over and over. You want to user different things, but make sure you know what your zones are doing so you will stick over here. You get what I'm saying. You get the idea now. Shading underneath, you watch above the hook curls. You watch above your hard flats. If you're playing curl flats or 20-yard zone drops for cloud flats, Then you're gonna take your user and you're gonna watch table routes. You're gonna watch a drags. You're gonna pick one of them up, whichever it is. So first one we see that looks tasty. Usually it's going to be like this guy over here. It's actually going to be this, and we stay with this guy. Okay. And they like, he obviously has someone to dump it off to, but like I said, pick and choose. And then if you want next time, right, you could shade over the top. You can shade underneath. And then your user, once you know everything underneath is going to be like closed, you come back to the backfield, boom, crossing route. You guys know where to go. Make sure you drop a like on today's video. That is how you do it on a basic level. Once you start becoming really good with defensive adjustments where you're cross manning, then you pick up the guy that's not manned up. All right, you know what? Let me just show you guys. If you're sticking around this long, let me show you what I mean. Okay, let me come to cover 3. So this is the way I run a lot of cover 3s is I will shade underneath. I will man up Y and I will man up A. Okay, so shading underneath. And then with my user, I'm gonna pick up one of the 2 routes that aren't being manned up right now. So let me contain, spread the D line, contain, and it's going to be my man Adams right here. So I would just wait for him because he's not manned up, and that's how we do it. That's another way. And then I won't ever man up the same people. So next time I'll shade underneath, right? And then what I do, wait, I gotta go back to cover 3. This is from cover 3. So what I'll do is I'll shade underneath and then I'll man up X and then I'll man up A. Okay, and now I have the 2 inside receivers to watch. Make sure you shade underneath for, I don't know why it's not doing it. So then I have to watch either Adams or the other route. I pick one and I stick with it. So right here, I'm sticking with this guy. I'm staying there. He still has nowhere to go. Make sure you guys drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.